My name is Sheila. Today is Wednesday, June the 11th, 2025. Something feels different today. I don't know why. I feel different. I know that it's a full moon. I just learned that. I really haven't been paying a whole lot of attention of late to anything on the internet. Um, I don't really know why, and I don't think it matters, to be honest. Um, it just something feels different within me. And I'm wondering how many of you might be feeling something different within you. Now, it could be because today is a full moon. I don't know. I'm just now guided to take a look at AstroButterfly because I know since today is a full moon that she will have something about the full moon on her. I haven't even looked at my email. I didn't look at my email all day yesterday or the day before. So that's interesting. So I guess maybe what this is going to be now is I normally set out with a title, but I didn't this time. I'll just go ahead and do the Astro Butterfly since I'm here now. Full moon in Sagittarius, grand fire trine. On June 11th, 2025, we have a full moon at 20 degrees Sagittarius. This is a bold and visionary full moon. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Trine Mars in Leo and Chiron in Aries. We are looking at a beautiful grand fire trine that channels the raw, unfiltered intelligence of fire into clarity, direction, and initiation. Okay, well, could that be? Oh, I feel like my nose is about to drip. Pardon me. Okay. I don't know that I've ever just turned my microphone on or my Zoom on and started like this before. So there is something very different going on here. And I'm guided to just allow it. So here we go. Grand fire trines speak of creative power, spiritual integrity, and sovereign life force. In ancient cultures, and even to some initiates today, people who embody the original spark of spirit, priests, visionaries, mystics, creators, were held in the highest regard. Why? Because they tapped into the primordial fire, the source code, the living intelligence behind all form. Wow, I felt like I needed to take a very deep breath there. They were the intention setters of their era, the architects of possibility. It all starts with fire. Our universe began with a big bang. Life begins with a spark, an electrical ignition. The blueprint comes before manifestation, which is one of the reasons why I've been guided to look at so many differing ways of my blueprint. You know, the human design, my zodiacal astrological chart, um, the invisible garment, the galactic signature, all of these different things that are freely available on the internet that I have searched out and found for myself. And if you're interested in something like that, send me your name, birth date, time of birth, and place of birth, and I will, it might take me a little bit, but I will get it together and send it to you. And I don't charge for anything like that. Because honestly, if we are trying to get to the truth of who we are and you have information as to how to get to it and it's freely available, wouldn't you share it with me? I don't mind sharing it with you. I don't know. That's just the way I am. Anyway, so it all starts with fire. Our universe began with a big bang. Life starts with a spark, an electrical ignition. The blueprint comes before manifestation. Astrology reflects that. The first sign of the zodiac is a fire sign, Aries. The succession of elements, fire, earth, air, water, follows the same cosmic logic. Everything begins in the primordial light. This light, this fire, this spark sets the initial conditions that design those encoded intentions are then materialized through the next element, earth. Air animates the structure, and water nourishes and connects. Wow, I never thought about it like that. So fire initiates the encoded intentions. They are then materialized through the next element, which is earth. We're born. Air animates the structure. That's the divinity. For me, is the way I look at it. And water nourishes and connects. Wow, that is, I hadn't thought about it in that way. But everything, absolutely everything, begins with that initial spark, the intelligent design, the script, the soul DNA. All forms follow this design, from the tiny seed that becomes a giant tree to the mathematical formula that once discovered unfolds across physics, medicine, and beyond. Planets in fire signs carry a very important mission to connect us to the divine script, to trigger source code. And when 3 fire planets form a grand trine, which is a big triangle, that code becomes accessible. Wow, that makes a lot of sense as to why I feel like something's changed this morning without even realizing what that was. And when 3 fire planets form a grand trine, that code becomes accessible. Full moon trine Chiron in Aries, trine Mars in Leo. Here we have it, the full moon in Sagittarius, trine Chiron in Aries, and trine Mars in Leo, forming a grand fire trine. The moon, our embodiment of spirit on earth, is in Sagittarius, igniting our quest for meaning and the courage to live by our own inner law. Chiron in Aries helps us reconnect disjointed aspects of ourselves, fragmented identities, old wounds into a single, aligned I am. Mars in Leo roars with sovereign confidence. Mars in Leo doesn't have to ask for permission because it knows that being itself is the authority. This is the kind of full moon that says, be unapologetically yourself, which is wow. Kind of why I just turned on the microphone, I guess. Isn't that interesting? Be unapologetically yourself. When the dots of your inner design align, the naked truth of your path is revealed. This is me. This is my code. This is my mission. When this original blueprint is revealed, everything inauthentic starts to dissolve. We begin to see the absurdity of old roles we tried to squeeze into, roles that were never ours to begin with. When we stop trying to be someone else or meet expectations that aren't aligned with our essence, something shifts. In this Sagittarian light, the truth does set us free. Now, that's kind of interesting because most of my life, I feel as though I've always been myself. I've always been really, really heavy all my life. And that's not the kind of thing you can really hide anyway. And so that's very interesting. And I've always been unapologetically me, but I've also tried to control everything around me. That is different. In this Sagittarian light, the truth does set us free, not necessarily with fireworks, but with clarity. It's more of a quiet assurance, a deep knowing of what's true and what matters. The full moon in Sagittarius comes with an opportunity to reconnect with the eternal flame, a flame we all came from, a flame that shares the same source code because we are quite literally made of stars. At the full moon in Sagittarius, clarity comes from remembering who you truly are. The deeper question is, once the truth is revealed, will you dare to live by it? Wow. Well, that was a really quick one this week, or this time. I highly recommend that you go to astrobutterfly.com and sign up for her blog to be delivered to your email box. It is free. That is usually how I get this, but not today. Today, I haven't even looked at my email yet this morning. I just was inspired after I turned on the camera and pulled the microphone over. I'm glad I remembered because most of the time I don't when I do that. So please do go there. There will, of course, be a link to her site and this article in particular in the show more section of this video. Well, that's it for this time. I hope that you will move towards that which brings you joy, towards that which you are drawn, because honestly, if you do, there is something there for you. You will discover something. Until we meet again, my friends, be well.